Welcome to Orales San Antonio, exclusive here on OralesSanAntonio.com. Today we have an awesome show. We have Kalypso Wellness Center out of San Antonio, Texas. And speaking on behalf of Kalypso, we have Dr. Mark Moran. But before we get going on the show, let's go and break for commercials and let's see what these fine sponsors have to offer.
Kalypso Wellness Centers won't move you forward through your chronic pain, fibromyalgia, or depression. We want to take you back, before depression, PTSD, or being bipolar took over your world. Our physicians use a pioneering scientific treatment to help alleviate these problems. Our science helps take you back to better days. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call 210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery. Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra & Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606. Today we have an awesome show. We've got Kalypso Wellness Center out of San Antonio, Texas. And talking about Kalypso, we're going to have Dr. Mark Moran. Dr. Moran, welcome on board.
Thanks for having me.
Let's go and talk a little bit about what is Kalypso Wellness Center. Go and explain to the hearing audience what Kalypso is about.
Sure. Kalypso Wellness Center is a new way to use an old medicine. We use ketamine, which is an anesthetic drug that's usually used to put people to sleep for surgery. It's been used for 50 years around the world and all kinds of people, whether it be children or older people. It's a very safe medicine. Over the last 5 to 10 years, researchers have found that instead of giving it all at once to put people to sleep for surgery, if you give it slowly over a period of about an hour, there are profound benefits to doing this infusion.
Okay, what are the benefits? Go and let us know.
Sure. The benefits include it works very well for depression.
Okay.
It works very well for nerve pain, so like sciatica or shingles or fibromyalgia. It works very well for inflammatory pain like arthritis.
Okay.
It also works for migraines and PTSD and anxiety and Lyme's disease as well.
Oh wow, so it works a little bit for everything. Your location, okay, I see on here that you have location, actually different locations. Can you go and let us know where your locations are at as well?
Sure, the original site is in San Antonio, but over the last 2 years we've grown to include sites in Corpus Christi and the Woodlands in Houston, Texas, as well as Manhattan in New York and North Carolina too.
Okay, basically you're all over the place. Are y'all considering opening up more clinics throughout the state?
We're always looking to expand our options to help better treat patients that need help. So absolutely, we're looking for the right fit to help grow the practice.
Okay, great. My next question is how often do I get infusions? But before you answer that, let's go and break for commercials and let's listen to see what our fine sponsors have to offer. Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call 210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery.
Kalypso Wellness Centers won't move you forward through your chronic pain, fibromyalgia, or depression. We want to take you back, before depression, PTSD, or being bipolar took over your world. Our physicians use a pioneering scientific treatment to help alleviate these problems. Our science helps take you back to better days. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606. Welcome back to Orale San Antonio. Listen, today we're talking with Dr. Mark Moran from Kalypso Wellness Center. And before we broke for commercial, the question was, how often, Doc, do I get infusions?
And I would answer that, it's very similar to how often you take Tylenol. Sometimes you'll have a bad day or a bad week and you take Tylenol more often. Other times you don't have any problems and you don't need to take it at all. So we do the infusions of ketamine on an as-needed basis.
Okay, so they'll go in for the first visit, the first appointment, you'll just basically guide them from there.
Correct. We'll come in and we'll do a complete medical history. We'll find out about their medicines, their surgeries, their medical problems, their allergies, and find out their goals for treatment. And depending on what goals they want to achieve, we have 5 patented formulas that we can choose from to maximize their benefits.
Perfect. Okay, and I see you're located here in San Antonio. Can you go and let them know what your main address is here in San Antonio?
Yes, we're right inside 1604 on Lock Hill, Selma. The address is 4600 Lock Hill, Selma, Suite 108.
Okay, what about a phone number, Doc? What's the phone number where they can call and ask if they have any more questions?
The phone number is 1-800-RESET-20.
Okay, that's 1-800-RESET-20.
Correct. The medicine helps regrow nerves and heal nerves, so we like to compare it to a computer. When your computer freezes up, you turn the power off and you reset your computer. That's what we're doing with the bodies. We reset their bodies to help them heal and feel better. So that's why it's Reset 20.
Oh, got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's say, for example, if one person is hearing the show right now, or of course there's going to be many, but one basically says, okay, I do want to get these infusions. What's the first step they have to do is basically call and set up the appointment. Now, how long does it take for them to set up the appointment?
Yes, you're right. You got to call and set up an appointment, or you can talk to our administrator who will answer the phone. Mm-hmm. The duration of how long it takes to get an appointment is really up to your availability. You don't need a referral from a doctor. You don't need anything else. You just got to call and make an appointment. And Hervé, who's our clinical director, can help set up the appointment according to your availability.
I have spoken to Hervé. He's a real knowledgeable person, so I'm glad he'll be answering the phones because he can guide you in the right direction. Also, Doc, I've got another question. How do you pay for this? What payment sources do y'all take on?
Well, we know that the medicine works very well to help out people, so
Okay.
we try to make the medicine available for everyone.
Right.
That being said, the cost of these infusions across the country could range from anywhere from $500 to $1,500 per infusion,
Mm-hmm.
and we think that's really, really exorbitant. So what we do is we charge $500 for one infusion, or if you want to buy a package or even a membership, the cost could be drastically decreased.
Okay, so there's different ways of different packets I believe they can purchase from y'all, and y'all will guide them, I guess, through all that payment option as well.
Exactly.
Okay, great. I'll tell you what, I've got another question for you. What does the treatment feel like? Let's say, for example, if I'm a first patient or calling, I've got fibromyalgia or something of that sort. I go in, I make the appointments. Let me know a little bit, what does the treatment, or what do I expect?
You'll come in after the medical history and we
Uh-huh.
review your goals. You'll end up getting an IV, and usually that's the hardest part because
Okay.
the medicine doesn't hurt at all when it goes in. You get an IV, you sit in a big, comfortable, lazy boy chair, and you just relax for an hour and don't do anything.
Lazy boy chair, are you trying to promote them or what? No, I'm just joking.
It's just a comfortable chair.
There we go.
And during that hour, usually we tell patients the first 10 or 15 minutes you don't feel anything. The next 10 or 15 minutes you start to feel like you've had 3 or 4 or 5 beers.
Oh.
And then the last 30 minutes you really get a feeling of floating and dream-like states where people are nice and relaxed.
Okay, great. I don't think there's a problem with that because a lot of people actually feel pain, and most of the pain is they just want to get rid of it, and I think this is a good way of doing it. Let me ask you another question. But before I ask you, let's go and break for commercial, and we'll be right back.
Kalypso Wellness Centers won't move you forward through your chronic pain, fibromyalgia, or depression. We want to take you back, before depression, PTSD, or being bipolar took over your world. Our physicians use a pioneering scientific treatment to help alleviate these problems. Our science helps take you back to better days. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606. Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call 210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery. Welcome back to Orale San Antonio. I am your DJ Orale, and we got Dr. Mark Moran speaking to us from Kalypso Wellness Center. Before we broke for a break here, I asked, okay, this is one of the questions I'll be asking is, what are the possible side effects? What are the possible side effects, Doc, using this treatment?
What we found over the last 2 years is that there's different manufacturers of ketamine, and we had more side effects at the beginning, and then until we changed to a pure form, and now we've really minimized the side effects. There's a small possibility of having some nausea. We take care of that, and it's very low likelihood. It's less than 1% people will get nauseous. Some people might have some increased sleeping, which some people will complain about, but a lot of people say it's better to have better quality sleep.
There we go.
But it can cause some insomnia. Usually people just go home and sleep it off. The likelihood of side effects is very low because of the way we give it, and we continually monitor and watch for side effects.
Okay, so it's very minimal. So it's basically a safe treatment for the relief of pain.
It's very safe. The World Health Organization has recognized this as a core medicine in any medical society around the world.
Great, okay. I've heard of some other patients that I've spoken to, and they said it's real effective, so that's great. Let me ask you this also, Doc. How long are the treatments?
The treatments usually last about 1 hour for the infusion.
Okay.
The first time you come in, because we'll take a baseline history, it'll be about 30 minutes to obtain your information, an hour to do the infusion, and then we watch you for about 20 or 30 minutes afterwards to make sure you're okay. So the first visit is about 2 hours, but every visit after that, because we have our baseline information, it's about an hour and a half.
Okay, so as long as they block out at least 2 hours, that should be okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, now let me ask you this also, Doc. Hours of operation, do y'all basically set up appointments after hours, during hours? What are your hours of operation?
Yep, we're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. All you got to do is call and schedule an appointment.
Okay, great. And also, let's go back to the payment plan. I see it's pretty much affordable, and you will work with the patient, but going to spend a little bit more. That way we know exactly what they're getting into on the payment plan.
Sure, we have multiple different payment options for different situations. We understand different people have different capabilities.
Right.
So we have patients that walk in and get an infusion, and we have patients that do different packages, whether it be a package of 4 or 6. The price will change. And the best way to do it is become a member or get a membership to the infusion centers, and that's the cheapest way to get your infusions.
Let me answer this, Doc, also. Let's say, for example, if we have a patient that walks in, loves your services, lives here in San Antonio, but decided to maybe for a couple weeks go to Corpus, would that, if they have a package in place, would that will they also be able to use that, I guess, a payment package, whatever they might have in Corpus Christi as well?
Absolutely. Our members are allowed to use their infusions at any of our sites nationally.
Perfect. Okay. And also, back on the payment plan, since I do see that it's pretty much affordable, what else or who else do y'all work with? I see y'all work with attorneys as well. Is that for auto accident, PI accident? Explain a little bit about that.
We work with lawyers a lot for personal injury accidents.
Okay.
A lot of times patients will get in accidents and try therapy and medicines and injections without benefit, and they really don't want to have any surgery, or they don't need surgery. So this is a great option for them to improve not only their pain but their depression that frequently comes with dealing with these accidents as they're out of work for months.
And that's one thing that they go through, being that I speak to attorneys, and one of the main things that their clients go through is depression, because of course they have their vehicle towed away. It's, they have to buy a new vehicle, they're out of work, they're in pain, so it's a good source for them as well.
Absolutely. We try to help them out as much as we can, and the ketamine infusions to help with the inflammatory component of the pain and the depression can easily help those patients.
Okay, so you're talking about auto accidents, would it be slip and fall, anything dealing with an attorney? What do they have to do? Do the attorney themselves or the patient call you, or how would you set that up?
The patient would find an attorney to get established, and then we work with many different attorneys across the city in coordination to maximize the treatment options for the patient.
Okay, now you work with them in what way? How would the patient have to pay through the attorney, or how do you work that out?
Usually the bills are sent to the attorney and it comes out of their settlement.
Okay, so basically it's something that they can get the treatment now, and then once the case is settled, they can square off with the payment through the attorney.
Exactly, and if the case is never settled or it's dropped, then the client doesn't owe any money.
Okay, so that's a good point there, because sometimes you never know what might happen with the case. It might go south that for some reason something happens, but the majority of the time I believe they get paid on it, so that's the reason they take the cases. So any attorneys that want to talk to you, ask questions, and I'm pretty sure the attorneys have a lot of questions, they can get a hold of you how?
They can call our number, it's 1-800-RESET-20, or they can go to our website. It's KalypsoWellness.com, Kalypso spelled with a K.
Okay.
And talk to our clinical director, and he's happy to give them my number to contact me.
Do me a favor, being that we're on radio, spell out Kalypso.
It's Kalypso.
Wellnesscenter.com.
Yes.
So they can go on, you have your website going, you have all the basic information as well. So all the attorneys out there that do take auto accidents, personal injury, give Dr. Mark Moran and Kalypso Service Centers, a try. They're there for the patient and for your client. So once again, Doc, what is the number?
The number is 1-800-RESET-20.
1-800-RESET-20. Okay, let's go and go to the next question. But before I ask that, of course, we got to pay the bills. So let's go and break for commercial, and we'll be right back.
Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606.
When did the bounce in your step become a shuffle? A round of golf requiring handfuls of ibuprofen and days of recovery. Is chronic pain stealing your life? Inflammatory pain will affect many people sooner or later. Kalypso Wellness Centers has board-certified physicians using the most innovative clinical treatments to alleviate your specific chronic pain. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call
210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery. Welcome back to Orale San Antonio on OraleSanAntonio.com. I'm your DJ Orale, and we've got our special guest from Kalypso Wellness Center, Dr. Mark Moran. Doc, listen, give us some of your testimonials of your patients that have gone through this treatment.
Sure, we like to keep patient reports on our social media sites and websites so other people can see how well it works for them. One of my favorite examples is a Vietnam vet. So my dad was in the Air Force for 25 years, and we're very dedicated to the military and first responders to take care of them.
Great.
We had a Vietnam vet who had PTSD for 40 years. He could not sleep. He had insomnia due to the trauma of being in through Vietnam. And he got one infusion about 9 months ago and hasn't had any nightmares since then.
This is only one? Has he done like a set of infusions or just one?
He just did one infusion.
Wow.
So after 40 years of nightmares, he's had one infusion, and now he doesn't have nightmares anymore, and he's doing very well.
Well, you can say it does work, because if you only have one, and he's and this is what, 9 months ago, and he hasn't been back, or has he, needed more infusions?
He comes back as needed.
Okay, great. What other testimonials do you have?
We have clients that have been in accidents and hurt their back or neck and tried the therapy and medicines and didn't really want injections and didn't really want surgery, so we offered this to them, and sure enough, after 3 or 4 infusions, their pain was gone and they were able to go back to work much faster.
So this is awesome for attorneys that have clients that 6 out of 10, they don't want to go through surgery. They might be older, or they're just afraid of going under the knife. So I think it'll be a perfect treatment for them. So all the attorneys out there who do take personal injury, does auto accidents, this is a perfect service for y'all as well. And explain a little bit more about the auto accident.
So the accident was the patient was at a stop light and someone came and ran into the back of them, so they had a whiplash injury in their neck. They had some low back pain that kind of went down their leg a little bit. They got some benefit with therapy, but still had some residual pain and symptoms afterwards. Medications helped them a little bit, but they still had a little bit more to go, and they just didn't want to do injections. So we tried the infusions for them, and after 4 infusions, their pain was totally gone, and they were going back to work and very happy that they didn't have to have injections or surgery.
So usually after an auto accident, the attorney calls you, sets up the appointments, and they go in. What are the standard, appointments that they'll be needing treatment? Would it be maybe 1 or 2, or it depends? I guess it's a per person, or everybody's different, that type of treatment?
It's just like the Tylenol analogy. Some people will need 1, some people will need 4 infusions. It really depends on the severity of the disease. So if you have a minor injury or accident, you'll probably need 1 or 2 infusions. If you have a more severe injury or accident, you'll probably need 4 or 5 infusions. It just depends.
Okay, so it all depends on the accident, on the person themselves as well.
Correct.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's go and break again one more time, and we'll be back right after these few messages. Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606.
When did the bounce in your step become a shuffle? A round of golf requiring handfuls of ibuprofen and days of recovery. Is chronic pain stealing your life? Inflammatory pain will affect many people sooner or later. Kalypso Wellness Centers has board-certified physicians using the most innovative clinical treatments to alleviate your specific chronic pain. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call 210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery. Welcome back to Orale San Antonio, exclusive here on OraleSanAntonio.com. I'm your DJ Orale with Dr. Mark Moran. And let's go back on the referral side of it. How do you get patients? Let's say, for example, the patient has a right to go anywhere they actually want to go. So it's really up to the patient if they want to go see you or not.
Correct. We frequently answer a bunch of questions and patients come in just to see our site and talk to us and get a feel for us. We don't push anyone into doing anything. It's totally voluntary. We are very much into knowledge is power type training.
There we go.
So after patients come in and they talk to us and answer all the questions, either they'll decide they want to continue and make an appointment, or they'll decide they want to go look for more options, and that's totally their prerogative. We absolutely don't make anyone do anything.
Okay, so if a patient calls in and say, hey, doc, I want to go by and just basically do a walkthrough, check out the clinic, ask a little bit more questions, can they actually do that?
For sure. I had 2 people have had consults today that came in and just wanted to talk to me, and after talking to me, both of them said, let's do the infusion. So we did the infusions to stay for them. Okay,
so that's pretty good ratio there, because out of 10 that go in, 10 stay. So that's going to mean something there. What else do you want to throw into this radio show, Doc, regarding your services?
Well, I'd like to say that, we try to maximize the benefit for the patients while minimizing the risks. So we are very, very regimented about maintaining confidentiality. We monitor the patients with video cameras 100% of the time. We go in every 5 or 10 minutes to measure their vital signs to make sure they're comfortable. We are not only setting the standard for this treatment, but we're exceeding our own standards to make sure we maximize the safety for the patient and the benefits.
Perfect. Okay, well, I see everything's in place, and like I said, if you want to be pain-free, basically call Kalypso Wellness Center, and they're based out of San Antonio, Corpus Christi, I believe in Houston. Where else, Doc?
North Carolina and Manhattan.
And you are growing rapidly as well.
We will have sites in Austin and Dallas in the next 2 months and keep on growing from there.
Okay. What if how can you get this clinic in different cities? If one person wants to maybe open one clinic up, or how can that happen?
The great thing about the clinic is that it's very easily implemented in any physician office.
Okay.
So we frequently have doctors calling us saying, can I get an infusion center in my office? And what we do is we just take 1 or 2 of their rooms, however many rooms they have available, and we put a chair in there. We go in and certify those physicians as ketamine certified infusion specialists.
Okay.
And then they become their own site.
So they get a certificate once they, I guess, graduate from the services or the classes, and they can always put it on the wall. So I get them certified?
Absolutely. We got to make sure they know what they're doing and how to treat the patients and follow the protocols to maximize their benefits before we let them do the infusions.
What's a time turnaround if a doctor calls you and says, I guess he's from, for example, let's say Odessa. Calls you, hey doc, listen, I want to set this up. What's the time turnaround on setting everything up?
We've had the startup time range from anywhere from 2 weeks to 3 months, and usually that's the interest in physicians' time frame. So depending on their availability, how quickly they can go get trained, we can go to their office and show them how to do everything and order supplies, but we can do it as quickly as 2 weeks.
And if they have any questions, once they're set up, they can always call you. You'll have, I guess, somebody there, or guide them through the, process of getting everything going. Is that what y'all have? Something set up like that?
Absolutely. We're there 100% of the time for support if they have any questions. And we're trying to really make this a collaboration. It's not a one-way street where we tell the physicians how to do it. We're really trying to optimize the process for patients in general, because we know, even though we've been doing this a long time,
right,
there are things that we know we don't know yet, and we're looking for other people to bring us more education and knowledge to maximize this treatment and not just do what we're asking them to do. It's a collaboration across the country between physicians.
Great. So all you doctors out there that want to basically expand their clinic and add more services, by all means, call Dr. Mark Moran. Again, at that phone number, which I can't remember. What is that phone number, Doc?
1-800-RESET-20.
That's 1-800-RESET-20. Okay, before we go on, let's go and break again one more time for commercials, and we will be right back.
Have you suffered injuries in an auto accident and need an experienced attorney to help you win your case? The experienced legal team at Guerra Associates can help you fight against those unfair insurance companies. Usted tiene derechos. Call us now, 210-361-8606.
When did the bounce in your step become a shuffle? A round of golf requiring handfuls of ibuprofen and days of recovery. Is chronic pain stealing your life? Inflammatory pain will affect many people sooner or later. Kalypso Wellness Centers has board-certified physicians using the most innovative clinical treatments to alleviate your specific chronic pain. Call Kalypso Wellness Centers at 800-RESET-20 and let us help you reset for life.
Have you suffered an injury at work or have been involved in an auto accident? The doctors at Auto, Work, and Injury Clinic can get you back on your feet. We can help you with the paperwork and get you the medical treatment you are looking for. Same-day appointments if needed, Monday through Friday. Call 210-880-9233. Say no more to pain and yes to recovery.
Welcome back to Orale San Antonio, exclusive here on OraleSanAntonio.com. I am your DJ Orale, with my special guest, Dr. Mark Moran from Kalypso Wellness Center. Doc, listen, I'm looking at this information sheet here, and I see y'all being mentioned also on Time Magazine, or?
That's correct. The cover story in Time Magazine that was released last week is about ketamine. So anyone who's wanting to learn more about ketamine, obviously you can go to our website at kalypsowellness.com, but if you want a magazine, Time Magazine's cover story this month is about ketamine, and there's a bunch of information there.
So the month of August, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. Also, as we're chatting between commercials here, you got a text.
I did.
Tell me about that text. What did that text say?
Well, I had done a TV interview in Houston about 3 weeks ago. It was me talking about how a patient was doing with their depression, and it really kind of turned her life around.
Okay.
It turned out they ended up showing the same interview in San Antonio this week, and the text I got, the local news stations are picking up in California too. So the word is really spreading about the powerful benefits of ketamine and Kalypso Wellness Centers.
If it works, it's gonna spread. That's the bottom line. And listen, you were also telling me something about if they themselves don't have, I guess, the symptoms that you might, they might be able to, I guess, get the wellness from Kalypso. Either they or somebody they know might have use for this treatment.
Correct. So ketamine works for so many different disease states that people are suffering from.
Okay.
It works for inflammatory pain and nerve pain and depression and PTSD. It can help with fibromyalgia and anxiety and Lyme's disease and shingles. There's just so many different things that people could benefit from this infusion. So everyone listening either has one of those things that it can benefit from, or knows someone who has one of those things that it could benefit from. So we just want to educate the public about this option because we're trying to help out as many people as we can.
So listen here, hearing audience, you might need this treatment, you might not, but more than likely, you know somebody that does. So make sure they do call Kalypso Wellness Center, or they can go by their website at kalypsowellness.com. That's KALYPSO wellness.com. Or you can call this 800 number, which is 800-737-3820. Ask all the questions that you have. Write them down and ask Dr. Moran or whoever picks up the phone. Make sure you try these guys out. They're here in San Antonio right now, and call them up and ask questions, because living with pain is not a good deal. If you can get rid of the pain, these are the guys to do it. So make sure, remember, call 800-737-3820. Anything last that you want to add to this interview, Doc?
No, I just say knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better off you are, and we're happy to educate you to the option and let you make your own decisions. We're always here to help.
Okay, that was Dr. Mark Moran from Kalypso Wellness Center. Make sure you call them again. Let me give you the website. It's kalypsowellness.com. Their number is 800-737-3820. That's Kalypso Wellness Center. Call them up.
Doc, I want to thank you for taking time off your busy schedule. I know you came here and into the studio with scrubs on, and taking time off from your busy schedule means a lot to us. And I'm glad you're talking about the Kalypso Wellness Center because you're bringing something of value to the patients out there. So, anything last you want to add before we break?
Thank you for this opportunity. I really appreciate it.
All right, thank you, and be here. Remember to be here next week for another new show on OraleSanAntonio.com.
Hey, have you heard the good news?
About what?
About Orale San Antonio. It's a brand new online radio station. They advertise and they promote your business 24/7, locally and nationwide on Orale San Antonio. Whether it's advertising, branding, social media, or marketing, or radio ad like this, Orale San Antonio online radio station has you covered. Call 210-880-9208. 210-880-9208. Start advertising your business today with Orale San Antonio online radio station.
This has been another production of OraleSanAntonio.com in Alley Cat Studios.